Well, welcome back to the Tasty Taco Show. Today, I'm going to share my DMT experience to help heal or at least relieve my symptoms of eczema. I recently took LSD to help heal my eczema. Click here if you want to watch that video. LSD has a tolerance period of about 2 weeks, so I have to wait before I can take it again. Some of the kids at Coachella will take a tab of acid the day after they take their first tab of acid, and they won't get the same effects because you build up a tolerance. You have to take 2 or 3 times the normal dose in order to get the same effect the very next day. So I was looking up research studies on DMT and its anti-inflammatory properties. What I found was that DMT and related compounds that work on the serotonin receptors are anti-inflammatory, and this study reported that DMT inhibits the production of pro-inflammatory compounds, interleukin-1 beta, IL-6, IL-8, and TNF-alpha, and increase the levels of the anti-inflammatory compound IL-10 through actions at the sigma-1 receptor. Last night, for some reason, my skin was super itchy, so I scratched it and it made my eczema worse. Ugh! This is a debilitating condition because you're constantly itching and then you're not getting enough sleep, so the insomnia kicks in and then you're always tired, and it's like a never-ending cycle of death. What I think happened was either the synthetic material that I was wearing, which can irritate the skin, or it could have been the wheat crackers I had over the weekend at a party. I gave in to the temptation, though. Those wheat pretzel crackers are so good, and when you have eczema, you can't eat anything that's reactive based on the mediator release test. Eating something reactive sits you back weeks, and the temptation is unreal. When your diet is really restricted, the temptation to eat something tasty, something juicy, something flavorful is so it's just, the temptation is just nagging at you constantly. You just want something good in your mouth. You just want something tasty in your mouth. So when I smoked the DMT, I got this body high, which helped alleviate the pain and the itchiness on my skin. If you watch Joe Rogan, he constantly talks about his DMT trips and what you need to do in order to break through to see really crazy hallucinations. You have to inhale 3 times very deeply in order to break through and see hallucinations. I didn't do enough to break through, but I felt that body high, which felt amazing. Treating allergic diseases like eczema with psychedelics is still a brand new science, and I'm literally self-experimenting on myself to see if it works. But after talking with top scientists in the world on this topic, I know I'm on the right path, which is to reduce the built-up inflammation in my body. Eczema is specifically tied to the overproduction of interleukin-4 and 13, and unfortunately, in all the studies that I've looked at, DMT doesn't specifically inhibit the production of IL-4 or 13, which are the cytokines that I'm trying to target. I'm looking forward to my clinical study visit tomorrow to see if I qualify for the eczema drug called Dupixent, which specifically blocks the signaling of IL-4 and 13 in order to reduce the production of IgE antibodies that are causing the allergic reaction in my skin. I did more research on this specific cytokine, IL-4, or interleukin-4. What I found was it's a cytokine that induces differentiation of naive helper T cells, so Th0 cells, turns them into Th2 cells. And upon activation of IL-4, the Th2 cells subsequently produce additional IL-4 in a positive feedback loop. So as the body produces more IL-4 from a trigger, usually from food, or it could be from a contact allergen or an environmental allergen, it produces more Th2 cells, which in return produces more IL-4, and this feedback loop is causing me to get worse and worse and worse, even though I've restricted my diet. So there are many illnesses tied to IL-4, and IL-4 kinda sucks. It's been linked to allergic diseases like asthma and eczema, which I have. It also has been linked to tumors. Increased IL-4 production was found in breast, prostate, lung, renal cells, and other types of cancer. It's also been linked to brain tissue tumors such as astrocytoma, glioblastoma, meningioma, and medulloblastoma. Finally, it also might play a role in the infection and development of HIV disease. Increased IL-4 production by the Th2 cells has been demonstrated in people infected with HIV. So the studies show that acid or LSD could suppress the production of IL-4, which is exciting for the future of using psychedelics as a way to possibly prevent cancer and suppress tumors. More money, more time, and more research is needed in order to further this specific type of science, but I'm very excited for what the future holds. Please share this video if you know someone who's suffering from eczema or depression, or if you know someone who's interested in psychedelics. I will put out more videos to explain the science behind these drugs and how it can be used to treat autoimmune diseases, depression, anxiety, PTSD, and other medical conditions. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, Tasty Taco is out!